So, I'm going to.
All right, we're on.
Hey guys,
What up, what up, what up?
Good evening.
Urban Chislic, alive, number 2. Kind of like Chad, number 2. But anyway, Eric Christensen, they call me Rack. Chad Knudsen, Skinny, Hong Promeny. With the Urban Chislic crew over here, we're doing another live broadcast, bringing in some info about why we're here and what we do and where we came from, all that kind of stuff.
how it all started.
Boom, right there. So, a lot of people ask us, what the heck? Why did you do what you did? What's the deal? So I'd say Chislic from where we live was never something that you didn't know. Like it was, honestly, it was mashed potatoes. It was Chislic. I mean, everybody had it. You knew it, and I never knew that people didn't have Chislic here until I moved to Minneapolis for a short bit. But anyway, it is part of our culture here.
Part of that growing up.
Growing up, for sure. I mean, without a doubt, every restaurant in Sioux Falls and the surrounding area has Chislic. I mean, I think most of the time it's their most popular sellers, I think they'll say. I mean, there's a few restaurants that used to have that right on their menu, say it's their most popular seller. And I'll let Hong go into the Chislic end of it, but as far as like why I think it's so popular here is it's basically like taking the top sirloin that you go to your favorite restaurant to get, and it's already cut up like your mom cut it up for you when you were a kid. It's all diced up, it's trimmed, it's all, there's none of the fat, gristle, any kind of stuff. It's all trimmed up perfectly. And then who always likes the best part of the meat? It's the corner. It's that one corner of the steak. It's got the most seasoning on it. It's got the most cooked to it. Well, guess what? Instead of having one of those, we have 6 sides on every piece of these meats. So we knew we had something special with the fact that Chislic, the way it was cooked, how you cook it, and we've always loved it. We grew up with it, and that's really what the love for Chislic for me was.
Yeah, I know. Growing up with me, like I remember going to the water hole. There's probably a lot of people out, older people, that will know exactly what that is. And I remember going there with my parents and my family and their friends, and that's what you had. You had the Chislic there, man. It was on a paper plate. It was lamb, garlic salt, and saltines, man. And that's I grew up loving it. I loved going there.
That's it.
And we all kind of grew up loving the Chislic, and that's why we're at where we're at right now, honestly.
No, and because the thing about it is the cooking method that we're using from the Chislic is so perfect. It's I'm not going to tell you, world out there, there's no way that Chislic isn't better than a buffalo wing. I'm telling you right now, it's steak versus chicken.
Yeah.
Right? Dig? Yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway,
But we do have chicken Chislic,
well,
too.
we have chicken Chislic. It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good. And I got to say, our wings are pretty dang good, too.
Our wings are fantastic, by the way.
Thai chili wings. I just had them again last night, hon.
Did you?
Nice.
You're not going to
I
find
can't
a better
get away
wing.
from it.
Nice. Pork is my favorite.
Which one?
Pork. UC with pork.
Really?
chili.
Oh,
Yeah,
You gotta talk about
times a week. Yeah.
talk about the UC way real quick,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
real quick.
So, believe it or not, on the menu, you probably don't realize this, but this entire time you can order a pre-seasoned Chislic. So we actually have a special seasoning that we put on it before we fry it.
But it's like a crust. It's not it's not just seasoning. It's like a
Yep.
not
And
a
we
batter. It's not
kind
a
of ran
batter.
into that by accident because we catered quite a bit, and to keep the catering longevity longer, we actually had pre-seasoned it. It keeps the moisture inside.
Oh yeah.
The Chislic.
Yep.
So somebody would order chicken Chislic, and I know Sarah Elmer orders it all the time, for her open house.
Shout out.
Yep, and that would last for an hour or two, and it's still good the moment you drop it off. So that's my favorite dish.
Yep.
I know my dad loves it, too.
Yeah.
The
Does he really?
UC way, he's
Yeah.
like, he freaks
Next
out
time-
because it's
yep.
not on the menu. So it's like, I don't know if I can order it. And I'm like,
Yeah. It's on there. So,
But yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things that like the love, the passion for what we do is obviously the key of why we started doing this. But it's easy to know or easy to love it because it's so damn good, and that translates to everything we do with the Chislic, from taking it into other foods. Whether it's the Philly, it's the nachos, those kinds of things. It makes them better. I'm not gonna lie, it makes them better because I would rather have a Chislic Philly like we do it than that damn Philly that you get at the local place. It's just got a bunch of fatty ass meat, and it's just half gristle.
Speaking of the pork too, the Cuban sandwich is amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Lots of great dishes, obviously.
Yeah, I mean we
I
take
like
our
the pickles. How you cut the pickles?
Sure.
we take our Chislic and we put it in our sandwiches and our nachos and our chili.
Can I put
Why
Chislic in my beer?
We should try that.
Boom.
I mean, a couple big fellas like me and you would probably
Yeah,
enjoy
you know
that
what?
little meal in
It's
with your
okay.
beer.
That's okay.
Protein.
All right,
with
guys.
beer.
Well, the main agenda for the show was we want to tell our viewers how we came to this. And so I thought it was, obviously the most important to have the guy who thought of this all to explain why he loved it. My job now is to share with you what we learned before we created this restaurant. So, luckily, the Argus, a writer named, I'm going to sabotage her name here, Alexa Gebnick. Terribly sorry for pronouncing
Dude,
it wrong.
you butchered that. There's no way you didn't butcher that.
Sorry.
Me or you were not going to say that
I
name
told
at all.
him, I said, I'm not saying it.
props.
There's
Give
no
it-
way.
Give it a
Sorry,
try.
But we got to give them props because thanks to them, 3 or 4 or 5 different articles that I took out from the Argus, I come to find out that in 1870, Russian German immigrants immigrated to South Dakota, predominantly in Hutchinson County. And so back then, these were predominantly farmers, and to celebrate their harvest, they would butcher their oldest sheep, which is called a mutton. So to celebrate with their neighbors or whatnot, so they would butcher their oldest sheep. They would butcher the sheep,
No, I'm
cube
looking
it,
at the comment.
fry it, and then years later they added saltines and so forth. But
Tina, we can't give away secrets, by the way.
what are they saying?
She's asked about the sauces. Anyway, keep going.
sure.
Keep going. Come on, sorry.
Anyhow, that was 1870.
I need
The year
glasses.
1870. That was a long time ago. Fast forward to like the 30s, the Argus wrote about there's a bar that actually sold it. That's just like that was the first time it came on. Fast forward to the 80s, almost every single bar in Sioux Falls had it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a comment about your new haircut. Jim.
Why-
I did. Hey, Jeremy.
No, stop distracting him. He's doing a good
I
job.
will explain the haircut. I will explain the haircut. There is a reason. Anyways, in the 1980s, almost every single bar had it here. And luckily, even 200 miles past it here, nobody knew what Chislic was.
Nobody. You go across the border, Laverne, they have no idea.
Yep.
You go to
And
Rapid City. I mean, same state. They don't know. It's great. Sorry, Hong.
So in Hutchinson County, if we go there right now, if you ask them, hey, what is Chislic? That person would tell you it's mutton, cubed, fried on a stick. For them, it's a dish. Awesome. Thanks to them, we love it so much, we applied that cooking concept to all of our proteins. So here we go. So for us, Chislic is a cooking concept. So we apply that to pork, chicken, lamb, obviously, and then also we do seasonal stuff.
Yeah,
we did
yeah, which is
alligator,
awesome. Alligator.
we did pheasant, bison.
Yep.
Not rabbit though.
No, we did roadkill. We've done raccoon.
So
We did some. What was it? Bat. We did some bat.
Oh no, we did
That
not
didn't
do
turn out
bat.
so.
We did not do bat. We did not do bat.
can we rewind this?
I think it's live. I'm not
Hey,
sure.
we got
but-
tater tots,
So
don't
let's
Yeah.
let's move
Dude,
on.
yes,
Here.
and they're
let-
awesome.
we? Let's let Hong finish.
Tater tots.
Me
You
and
see
Eric will
where?
try to behave a little
Boom.
bit.
So, anyways, thanks to these German Russian immigrants that created this concept. A little.
I wasn't trying to.
What was
disturb
that?
you,
Like,
Hong.
what? We just cheers for.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to let Hong finish.
So
Keep
because
you
of
behaved.
them, they gave us this idea to apply this amazing cooking concept to tons of things.
The concept right there.
Yup. And thanks to Eric, who doesn't like garlic salt, he made us do all these other rubs. So we have the Midwestern that's ranch flavored. We have the bone dust because we like hot things.
Hot.
We have the Mexi Mix. We have
Which is
tangy
awesome.
lime,
Yep.
Cold beer.
and then
Tangy lime. That's
tangy lime.
Killer.
You should know that.
Killer.
So long story short, we have 7 or 8 different rubs. We have over 20 sauces now, and to apply to all this cooking concept. And that's it. That's how it came to be.
And you know what? And Hong's done the heavy lifting with all that stuff, and it's absolutely been every bit as whatever I could have expected, like us to be able to put together.
He had
From-
the big vision. I luckily got to put it together.
There
but
you go.
we got to give credit to Ryan. Chef
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh, absolutely.
Ryan,
Without a
obviously,
doubt. Thank you, Ryan.
he asked for the impossible. I tried to make it work. He did the impossible.
Look, I'm an idea guy, and also I'm an asshole. So
No.
Yes, sir. That's how I got the haircut. Okay.
Hey, by the way, Kim, text me your order.
That's all I got. So again, thanks to our ancestors, I guess, that put something together that we love. We did change it a little bit, hence the word urban.
Yep. And it's so there's a couple of things that go into that. So a good friend of mine, Jason Shanks, I'll give you props on the name. Thank you, brother. But so it was one of those things that we were talking about this, and I was at a wing joint at the time with Jason Shanks, and I was like, and this is after Hung and I had talked, and I was just kind of talking to somebody else, and Jason was sitting there, and we were like, I just don't understand how Chislic isn't basically the same as like a wing concept where you'd say I've got pre-cut, beautifully cooked steak that I can put sauces, rubs on them, any kind I want, and not be better than a chicken wing. I'm sorry, but I still believe that to this day, and I will never not say that. And I said, this to me seems like an idea that can go anywhere. And I'm not talking about just in Hutchinson County or Minnehaha, whatever. Why wouldn't you go to Minneapolis? Why can't you go to Chicago, Kansas City, Omaha, anywhere around there? And people are going to go, what is Chislic? Well, it's basically your favorite steak already cut for you like your mom did when you were a kid. And then you get to sauce it. Okay, cool.
Steak?
Every bite is a perfect bite. Every bite is a perfect bite.
It's a perfect bite. Because
Mom, did you cut my steak?
Barb, you might want to check in on
I'm not
that.
sure. I even got steak when I was little.
Let's not forget, so next time we do this show, we're going to have some giveaways.
Yep.
Merchandise, hint, some vendors. But you can come here and you can win prizes. And every time we air the show, mainly them, I just got invited.
No, he's going to be playing.
No, it's always going to be happy hour.
Yeah.
No matter
so that's the thing, big guy.
If it's
at 3 o'clock on a Thursday and you want happy hour, come down, hang out with us. Come
it's
happy
8
hour.
o'clock at Friday.
Listen,
Night.
me and Eric can talk for hours.
Look, I plan to leave this thing on.
So
you guys do
half off this, and we have the happy
Come on
hour
down.
menu.
It's happy hour right now, I guess.
And again, Chad won't let Hong finish, but whatever. That's too
Sorry, Hog.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
good. I'm good.
But anyway, so when we're live, come down. If Jeremy and Jen, I'm surprised you're not here already because I know you're watching. And Tina, you know what? We're looking at Vegas in like, I don't know, at least like 2 months from now. Yeah, something like
We
that.
might have to take a month-long research.
We're going to be a jet too then, right? A jet?
What?
A jet too then?
Dude,
Well,
it's more of like a Cessna. It takes you 6 hours to fly there, but it's fine.
Well, we'd have to have it fly back because me and you ain't getting in the little plane together.
That's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
Or at least we can't sit on the same side.
All right, anyways, so back to Chislic. Back to Chislic. We are serving the 1870 tonight, which is obviously a pretty homage to when Chislic first came about. It's mutton, skewered,
Garlic salt.
We got one coming. We got one coming.
Just waiting a little bit here. I
And
wanna say
typically,
that-
for the people that don't know what Chislic is, I guess we should say this almost every time. It's basically mutton, which is the older sheep. It's cubed. It's on a stick, typically like 6 pieces on a stick, and you might get 6 sticks, so you end up having 36 pieces. Saltines and the garlic salt, and so that's the traditional way it was served, and still is, honestly. When you go to the ferry, Freeman, Scotland, those areas, that's still the king, and it forever will be. And we are saying like, hey, we love it, and we pay homage to that. That is, we're not trying to take away from that.
And we
ever.
actually have a dish for that.
Yes, we have that
So
here,
if
and
you
if
don't
you want to
wanna
get the
try our
original,
other concepts.
it's called the 1870. Come on down, you can try it. But we love it. We just decided that look, there's some other things we can do to play with it, and that's
when we first started. Eric wanted to try everything, so we tried filet mignon. We tried,
which was horrible.
ribeye, we tried.
It didn't hold up. It got mushy. It was terrible.
Thousands of dollars and thousands of hours later.
Oh, God.
And a few gains of weight.
In my garage with a little fryer like this big.
We need a bigger fryer.
We needed something to do. That was it.
So long story short, we found our perfect cut of meat. Luckily, we won't tell the customers, we won't tell the viewers, but it's worked out.
Yeah, the 6 months leading up to this location opening up was a lot of food,
Oh yeah.
a lot of fun times watching people eat hot crap.
Well, mainly,
I'm not doing it.
mainly you got a guy who didn't like everything, so he's like, "Oh, we got to change this, got to change that." The nachos had been perfect because that's his.
I tell you what, the nachos, they're mine, and that was my design. If they aren't coming out right, let me know because that's mine.
I hear it. I get text tomorrow morning. Yeah. It doesn't matter what time it is. I will get a text.
And by the way, hey, we do catering. I don't know if anybody else knows that, but if you want catering, our nacho bar catering is fantastic.
That's what it sells now.
And it is. It literally is our only seller now because it's a little more affordable. But it is so fun, and you can make everything you want your way. It is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely
you don't do anything. We hit giant container that you pick up, and then you bring it back, dirty as can be. Don't clean anything. We do all that stuff. It's easy pickup.
Real beer, Jeremy. Real beer.
Yeah.
Real cool beer.
So anyway, if you're doing, you know what? One thing we found is like we have some pharmaceutical reps that will do caterings. They love that because it's something different that their competition maybe doesn't cater all the time, and it really goes over well.
Yep.
People really like that.
Nacho bars huge for birthday parties. I mean, we've had so many.
Yeah. I mean,
the nacho bar is something for everybody. Like a child can walk up to it and just
and they get cheese and chips. That's all they want. Or if you want a pound of Chislic, you can get that too. Because we'll put some sauces, we'll put some rubs with it, and you can kind of make it any way you want. And there's enough diversity there that it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. That's a hot seller. Big time on birthday parties and everything.
Again, my idea. I said, "Hon, can you make me a nacho bar?" He goes,
like a genius.
He goes, I think so, yeah. All right, I want one tomorrow.
Are you kind of a genius then?
No, I'm a borderline 80 IQ, barely.
Come on, 84.
Look, I got to go to school. Just leave
If
me
you're
alone.
borderline 80 IQ, that makes me like a 20.
Well, your family's a genius.
And
Your family's a genius, though. What happened to you?
I don't know. Black sheep. Mom, Dad, you're watching.
Your dad's a genius.
Yeah, no, it was you ever hear that thing from the tree? Yeah, I felt it.
They threw it.
Yep, exactly. Anyway, so Jen, I see she's saying she got catering. Absolutely, does love it. Business meeting, perfect. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Keep them up. Jeremy too, of course. And
hang on a second, we still got the dish coming. So they got a few online orders to go. What else we got to go?
And the one thing I'm going to tell people here, this is funny, is we have the Chive TV on here, and I don't know if you guys know what the Chive TV is, but I keep looking up at it, and it's annoying me because it's so damn funny. If you've ever come down here, there's a TV, there's a station.
And whose idea was that?
Mine, of course. What the hell? What isn't?
I can't tell, right?
We have Chive TV.
See the Chive TV on,
and there's like 4 of them on, and I don't know that I think we're the only ones in town that have it.
Yeah,
or we were the first ones.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
and it's like watching the funniest home videos on a loop, and a long loop, and it's funny because there'll be 4 TVs on that have.
Listen, parents, you bring your kids.
They're going to be zombies because they think it's
Chive TV and behaving.
Yes.
Dave Martine's son's
baseball team.
14 kids, 15 kids, 30 kids. I can't remember. It was a lot. They all had One Direction. They're all facing like this, and they're all yelling at it.
That's best babysitter.
Thanks for the business, Dave. Yeah,
Amen.
He called ahead. He was very generous.
That's
like,
awesome.
I got 30 little boys coming. Can you come?
We love that guy.
Absolutely. It was
we love that
2
guy.
in the afternoon, so it's perfect.
Something else while the food's coming up is that we've got a 120-inch screen here that we run basically the big games on Saturday. Well, if they're going to have college football. And then certainly Sunday, it's always Vikings. Saturdays, we'll try to run the SDSU games if we can. Depends on how it's getting played. But make sure you come down here. Understand we've got 17 TVs down here.
Wing special Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
$15, all you can eat wings. I'm telling you, tied in with the sauces. I just had them last night.
We're paying you to come down here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For me,
all you can eat, man.
For me, it's the perfect opportunity to try every sauce.
Yeah, absolutely.
So every single time you get an order, you can choose whatever sauce you want, complimentary.
6 at a time, I believe, right? Is that what kind of order 6? I'm telling you, the Thai chili. Whew.
And sadly, the record right now is only 43, so I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's only 43.
43 is a lot.
But we have pretty large wings.
The wings are not tiny wings. I'm telling you.
They're not like, they're not, well, hate to use names, but he ain't wrong.
No,
he used it. We didn't. Here we go. Here comes the 1870 coming in here. Aaron's dropping it off for us.
Thank you so much.
You got to lean in, Aaron, and say hi. There you go. There's Aaron.
That looks uncomfortable.
All right. All right.
Here, I'm going to tip this a little bit.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Up there.
So we do it a little differently. We do it a little differently. As typically, you would see that on like 6 small pieces kind of on a stick, and you get a bunch of sticks. We do it UC way, of course. And the chips underneath, the reason for those was I always hated getting Chislic in the wax paper when you go to the restaurant and you're like, I don't want to see a bunch of Chislic in just this grease. So I thought, okay, how are you going to fix that? Okay, you really can't let the Chislic sit long enough to let it drip or whatever. So I was like, well, what about putting them on chips? Because everybody wants something else to eat with the Chislic, and chips are gonna. These are like a kettle style chip is gonna hold up really well to the kind of the drippings off the meat. And then when you sauce your Chislic, you've got these chips to lap up the sauces and the goodness that just comes with it. And so that's kind of why we do what we do. We also offer, fries, mashed potatoes, anything kind of stuff, but this is the UC original, like this is how we started. And
chips are amazing too, like you said, all that flavor runs down in those chips.
I have to confess, there are a small handful of customers that are like, oh, my chips get soggy. But yet at the same time, the same amount of people tell me, I love the soggy.
It's all that flavor, man.
The fat
so
in there.
I'm sorry, the ones that don't like it, I apologize. We can definitely accommodate. Next time you just come in, get it on the side, you can definitely do that.
And we can.
But there are some people that really like it that way.
Yep.
So whatever it is.
So and we found that it's fantastic that way. And then, like I said, of course we got the saltines, and that's very much the way it was delivered. And then you have garlic salt, and so that way when you get it, you can take your pieces, you season them as you wish. We, of course, season them before you get them, but a lot of people want a more of a dose of it, which I totally understand that. So
I'll get in there and try.
Get in there and get it.
Fantastic. Well, I think it's work.
Hey, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the comments. Tina, Jen, Jeremy. Who else do we have on there? I think Jay Tripp was on there.
Yep.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Kim. Appreciate you guys popping on there and saying something.
Oh, and I did post the video that we produced 3 years ago, and that video again was about what I spoke about earlier.
This is fun to you gotta watch. Yeah, it's fun to watch.
The video is like 2 minutes. It's 2:30.
Worth watching.
Yeah, and it's again, I can't take full credit for it. It's thanks to the great writers of Argus that I combined all these articles together, and so we created an animated video of what the history of Chislic was. And so just to give you an understanding of it, so go ahead and watch that on your own time. Thanks.
Till next week. Thanks for tuning in. Later.